Hello everyone. I took an edible about like 5 minutes ago, so it might kick in soon. We're gonna move the angles. I really like the lighting here, but I feel kind of awkward because I'm like literally, I feel like all my neighbors can see me, so we're gonna switch. This angle kind of sucks. The other side is definitely more exciting, but it'll do for now. Today, I just wanted to talk about the importance of your health, dude. Diabetes runs so far in my family. It's really sad how many people it affects, and I feel like people know that that's a risk, that can come with unhealthy habits and not exercising and just like even stress, dude. Like I think my mom's was caused by stress. She got it when she was pregnant with my sister, and it just didn't go away. So I take her to most of her appointments, and a lot of them are very hard to be at because she is in like physical pain. I don't want to get like super specific into like her medical history or anything, but just to give you like something pretty scary to think about is like her eyes are very sensitive and she has to get her eyes injected every like 3 months, which is kind of crazy. Like I say that now, like, cause she's been doing it for like 5 years now. But if you really think about it, imagine getting like a literal injection in your eyeball. Like that is actually kind of insane. And I can barely get my blood drawn without fainting. Like actually I dead ass faint every single time I've gotten my blood drawn. So I can't imagine having a literal needle in my eye. 2 days ago I had to take her to an emergency appointment because she woke up literally not being able to see, and we went like 3 weeks ago for her last appointment, and this one had to be an emergency one. So I don't know how to explain it. I guess basically like the blood in her eye, like there was hella blood in the back of her eye, and that's why she couldn't see. This appointment, so I've taken her to so many appointments for years now, and usually I'm pretty tough about them just because, I mean, and I'm not, obviously, like, she's the one that has to be fucking tough, like, she's the one that's getting her fucking eye injected, but it sucks, as a daughter and having to see, because I go in the room with her, one, because she needs a translator, two, because, like, she needs, like, moral support, and I don't want her to go through something like that alone, but, dude, it fucking sucks. Like, it literally sucks to witness your parent that you love. Like, she is literally probably, like, the most important person in my life, and she is in pain and, like, crying and just, like, like, she makes noise and, like, moves every time they inject her because it fucking hurts. And it's, like, they're telling her not to move because they literally have a needle in her eye, so she can't be moving, but it's, like, she wants to get up and run because it hurts. And this is, like, because of diabetes. Like, so many things have just like deteriorated, in her body because of diabetes, because it's been like 30 years with diabetes, like over 30 years. So it just really takes a toll on your body if it doesn't go away. I just noticed, this is so off topic, but I just noticed like this, because of the light, it looks like this, I don't have an eyebrow here, and like I'm just like, okay, honestly I can't fix it, but that's fine. I think I'm just high. But anyways, I don't know. It really sucks. I have had like such a huge fear of getting sick, especially getting diabetes or just anything. Like my family deals with high blood pressure, high fucking blood sugar, whatever the hell. Alzheimer's, dementia, a bunch of shit, dude. And it's just really sad. And that's one of my biggest fears, is just not having my health. And it freaks me out because I'm really scared of like hospitals, even like the smell of it. I don't like it, like it's just very uncomforting to me because my mom has been in and out of hospitals quite a bit. Like she's almost died like twice because of her health conditions. It is just such a crazy reminder, and I feel like a lot of people don't really take it seriously unless it's happening right in front of their face. Like I know damn well, like I probably would not be as like on my own ass about health if I didn't have to take her to these appointments and see it for myself. Like this shit is real and it can get really bad, and you do have some power to not have this happen to you. So honestly, I kind of just want to talk about it just to remind you guys, like, please take care of yourself, because your health is not a joke. Like actually, it's I think that a lot of times, especially when we're young, like we just think we're indestructible, you know, and like we can just put anything in our bodies. Like I remember just thinking that I can drink so much because like I'm young and like it doesn't matter. And I, not that I don't think alcohol can cause diabetes, but I know 100% like positive that it does really, really fucking increase your risk of breast cancer, especially in women, which like I am not trying to get fucking cancer. Like, are you serious? And it's just insane, honestly. Every time I think about it, like how this shit makes us feel so bad, you know, like Red 40 fucks up so many people's stomachs. I mean, a lot of people are lactose. I don't know if dairy, I kind of don't think dairy is bad for you because you're kind of born like drinking milk. So I feel like it's not the worst thing you can have, but definitely like the American diet, like we have so much processed food and like candy and chips and just like high fructose and syrups and all this dumb shit that like it tastes good, but also it's kind of nasty, dude. And I am not like here to condemn and be like holier than thou. I literally had like chicken tenders that I bought yesterday and I ate. I'm telling you, dude, I haven't ate fast food in probably like, I want to say like 2 weeks or something, but that shit kind of fucked up my stomach. Like that's the only thing I can think of that kind of fucked up my stomach like last night. And that's crazy because I used to eat that all the time. Like I used to like always say like my stomach is a warrior and like my stomach is such a strong soldier because like nothing would ever happen to me. I could eat anything, drink anything, and nothing would happen. I wouldn't get the shits. I wouldn't get constipated. I wouldn't like have bubble guts or like I don't know, all these. I feel like a lot of people have like stomach issues or they can't handle things that are too spicy or like stuff like that. Like their stomach can't handle it, but I was never like that just because I ate shit all the time. My mom has had diabetes my entire life, and it's just crazy that it wasn't until literally a couple months ago I really did just stop eating. Like I'm able to tell myself, stop eating this shit if it's not good for you. But even taking her to the appointments, like I would get so stressed out, you know, at the appointments, like seeing her in pain. And I would still be like, oh, let's go get food, you know, which is absurd actually, because like after the appointments, I would literally still be like, oh, like, let's go eat something because I was so stressed out. Like I wanted fast food. And then also I just was too lazy to cook, which is really crazy, girl. Like if you got 15 minutes, you got enough time to make something. So today I joined a run club, which honestly, that shit was so fun. It was so fun. I went with my cousin and she has a lot more, I guess endurance than I do. She's like an athlete and she does like an hour on the Stairmasters every day, whereas I do not. And yeah, I was really out of shape. Not out of shape because I've been working out, but like I just not to run. I think they ran like a 5K, so that's 3 miles. And I like can't hang that long. But it was super dope because one of the people that were there, he was so dope. So we started in the front and then we just kept progressing to the back of the line, and like it was like less and less people, you know. And I think I was like second to last. Literally I told my cousin like just go, you know, go and fucking be free because I just couldn't keep up with her. And this guy, he was like, oh, you're at my pace, like let's be buddies, whatever, like let's stick together, we got this, you can do it, like you got this, whatever. The conversation I had with this man was so lovely. He's really dope, honestly. He's a travel agent and he's 40 years old and he freaking is like dealing with, I think, type 2 diabetes, but he has like gotten rid of his diabetes and then reversed it. When he got diagnosed with when he was diagnosed with diabetes, he was able to reverse it, but then it came back and then he reversed it again, but then it came back. So honestly, that part was a little like, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand, like obviously you can reverse it because you have healthy habits, but then you like fall off and you go back to your ways, I guess. And because your body doesn't produce enough insulin, like it can very easily go back to having diabetes again. So that's what I'm imagining is what happened. I don't know why I didn't ask him. I think because like I literally couldn't breathe, but we had such a nice conversation. He was like so helpful. He was like, we're gonna run for 30 seconds and then we're gonna walk for 30 seconds and then run for 30 and then walk for 30. I thought he was divine. I thought he was so dope, and he really helped me like push through because girl, it was raining. It was so cold. It was like 60 degrees and it was at like 8 in the morning. So honestly, for me right now, that's like kind of fucking early. They hold it every like Saturday morning. And I'm really thinking of going, dude, because it was so nice, because so many random people just talk to you, you know, especially if you're kind of at their pace. Like, you can have a conversation with them, and just like you're passing so many people, or people are passing you, and like you can just talk to them. Like, it's really dope, honestly. It's so important to have hobbies, you know, and like just go outside and talk to real life people. So I've been saying, you know, that I want to go out and like talk to people and stuff, but it's kind of hard because it's like, where do I go out? I'll go to the gym. Everyone has their headphones in, like everyone's just like locked in, you know, zoned out in their workout. Or it's like you go to the grocery store and like, I mean, kind of. You can talk a little bit to some people, but like most people are kind of in a rush and like they're trying to get in and out. Whereas like if you join a club or something like that, like people just gather, they have the same interest in something, and you can just talk about the thing. You can talk about the thing, and then you branch onto other conversations, and then like it's just cool. It's cool to have like a little community, you know, that you can go to. Honestly, shout out to that guy. Like, he made the experience so much better. Just the fact that he was trying to help me, you know, because I was one of the last ones. I think I'm getting high. Honestly, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about, was just to not wait until you have to see someone else that you love or just someone else suffer, and just take your health seriously and go get checked, dude. I mean, take that with a grain of salt, because honestly, like, it's hard, you know, because of healthcare. You know, not everyone has access to healthcare and stuff. If you can, just go get checked, go get some labs done and see how you're doing. I got my labs done, I think, in November. Oh my god, that shit was so ass. So I've gotten my blood taken out twice, and both times I faint. So I don't understand like why I tweak so much when it comes to getting my blood drawn or just getting like an injection. But I do, and I just can't stop crying, and it just sucks really bad. And it's just dumb because it does hurt. Like, I remember they had to do it like through here. Girl, the last time I went, they poked me here. Well, they started here, and then they tried here, and then they tried here, and this one's the one that they got it out of, like these veins. And I can't even like talk about it too much because it really, like, my legs literally go like this. I don't know what to do. I am like never high anymore, especially like being home. I hope that this encouraged you to take care of yourself and also others, and just, I don't know, dude, have fun. Okay, so I just had kind of like a breakdown a little bit. I couldn't stop crying, and I just wanted to add this in because, why do I want to add this in? I had the reason why. Honestly, just because I know that I feel like it's relevant to what we were talking about, and this is just another side of like the realness of and the intensity of taking care of yourself, and another side to like mental health and just all this stuff. But basically, I was really high, and my mom's like friend came over, and they're just talking like hella, and they're talking hella about diabetes and like health issues and how it fucks you up and all this stuff. And like, I just felt very like, my mom's friend, she was talking about her suegra, which is her mother-in-law, and she was just talking, oh my god, did you see that? She was just talking about how when her sugar gets really low, like, it's fucked up, and it sucks because if your sugar plummets, you know, like, you have to just maintain that person awake because they act like they're drunk. They are like trying to fall asleep, and they can like be in a coma, you know, if they do fall asleep, and you have to keep them up, and you have to like normally like feed them sweets, you know, like feed them juice or like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and they don't want to be eating, dude. Like, they want to go to sleep, you know. So it's a very scary thing, and it is just, I don't know, I was like thinking about it, and it just was stressing me out, and that happens to my mom, you know, and it's just like another reason to be afraid of, you know, these health issues and stuff, and like the severity of it and how bad it can get. But I just could not stop crying right now. I just feel so stressed out. I feel like I am so overwhelmed and stressed out with so many different like parts of my life, and I don't really want to talk to people about it because I don't want to stress them out because they have their own thing going on. And I've been looking for a therapist precisely for this reason, because I don't know if I'm handling like my stress and anxiety, I guess, in the correct way. I mean, clearly not, because I feel like I'm stressed out like 80% of the fucking time, dude. And it just is crazy. Like, it's hard also to admit these things, because I'm generally such a happy, high vibe person. Like, I'm constantly making jokes. I'm loud as shit. Just being a silly goose, you know? Like, I can go days on that vibe and just be like, even just giving people advice or helping people and just feeling good, you know? But then, like, the highs feel super high. But then when I get, like, really sad or really anxious, it feels so intense and, like, strong. And I kind of struggle with, like, rationalizing in my head that mental health can be like a huge, like a bigger issue than what I think it is. I think because I read so much like self-help, oh my goodness, all day I have been like twisting my words. I don't know why. I think because I've been reading like so much mental health and like self-improvement books, and just consuming so much content and like podcasts and audiobooks and everything, like I have trained my brain to think that mental illness is curable, like your anxiety, your depression. Those are things in your control that you can handle and like fix. And a part of me really does believe that. Like when I read things in Joe Dispenza's book and like the miracles that are made, you know, by people just simply like switching their mindset. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's like what we were talking about earlier. So that side of me, I'm like, bitch, get up. Like, you can do it. Like, you know what to do to calm down. Just take a deep breath, you know, meditate or stretch or go work out or go do something else, you know. But other times I can't calm down. Like if I'm trying to breathe, you know, and like meditate and stuff, sometimes it doesn't work. And like I feel like right now and lately I haven't really known how to control that. And right now I think I finally let it out. Like I just cried on the phone with my friend and talked about it, you know, and like just let it out. Just all the stress, you know, that I've been feeling, and just even having stress about putting my stress on someone else to stress them out. The other thing I was gonna say is that I feel like I have a hard time recognizing if I have a problem, because in other people, I'm quick to be like, they can fix their issues, like they're being a victim or they're doing whatever, and just kind of like not really seeing mental illness or like mental health as something that in certain cases, like it does need to be fixed. Like sometimes someone's brain really is missing like certain wirings or connections or something, and like treatment and medicine can help that. And I feel like my brain refuses to believe that. And like I know for some people, like yes, I don't know, because if you think about like schizophrenia, like I really do believe that those people need like treatment. They shouldn't be just like left to, you know, figure it out on your own and like just self-improve. Like I don't think that would help it, you know. So it's like, why is that mental illness something that does need help? But I think that depression and anxiety, like it can't be helped with medicine. Like you should be able to figure it out on your own. So that is what stresses me out, is like I guess just accepting that there could be something wrong and like wired incorrectly in my brain that makes me have these really, really low lows. Something that sucks too is like, I remember when I had a therapist, even just telling them my problems, I felt bad, because they obviously, you're paying so they can listen to you and like your problems, and it's your time. Like you literally have like an hour or whatever to talk, and it's like you're gonna use that hour, you know, for yourself, because it's a service you're paying for. But I literally feel bad like not asking them like, oh, what about you? Like, how are you doing? How's your mental health this week? Like, I feel bad, and I feel like I burden them with all of my problems, and that's so dangerous. And I hope, because if someone tells me that, you know, like if I were to get a comment like that, or someone told me, and people have told me, you know, that they feel like it's a burden to talk about their stress, but it's like, you need to, and you need to talk about it, because that's how people end up committing suicide, you know, and like just not dealing with shit, and then getting extremely depressed, and like getting in such a deep hole, you know. You're digging yourself a deeper and deeper hole by not, one, addressing your problems, also like figuring out, even if it's just like letting it out, but also like in telling other people, like, they'll give you their 2 cents, you know, sometimes, and that can be life-changing. That can help you and like just make you see things from a different perspective. In a lot of circumstances, like, that can save you, you know, from like a really bad depression episode. And so we need to talk about these things, even if they annoy us sometimes. Like, I feel like I see a lot of girls complain like, oh, you know, and I do it too. Like, I'm saying like, honestly, everyone, but I see a lot of posts saying how we tend to be like, oh, you know, my friend that keeps talking about her toxic ex or her toxic boyfriend, whatever. It's like we've heard the same thing over and over again, and like we keep advising them. But honestly, dude, it sucks, but I feel like kind of like a therapist, like you kind of have to listen and be there for people, just because you don't, at least you want to do everything you can in your will. Like, if it takes you nothing to sit there and just listen to them, definitely if it starts like mentally being like, if it starts being like a mental tax on you and it's just like too much, like obviously boundaries exist, and like you can be like, you know what, you have, I don't know. And that's what I'm saying, because if when that happens, I generally tell my friends like, okay, you know, fill this out, whatever. But if it's like months, it's like you need to do something about it. And I have nothing else I can tell you, you know, and sometimes I just don't want to keep hearing it, because it's like you have the power to change or to get out of that relationship or something like that. Like something in our head that can be like a simple fix, but they don't do it. And like you are tiring yourself talking about it so much. When I think I come to a resolution, I feel like I just think of the another problem, I guess. Because right now I'm saying like talk about your issues, and I, you know, it's good that I'm talking about this, but I also feel bad for, like, I'm not taking my advice is what I'm saying. Literally just before this I was looking up, you know, I was really interested in being like a warm line crisis, what are they called, like the people on the phone, and it's not like a crisis like they're trying to commit suicide. It's more people that are lonely, or they want advice, or they're going through something hard and they just need like companionship and someone to talk to. I was like looking at how to get into that, because apparently you don't even need a degree, which is honestly a little scary, but I was just curious, like I wanted to know what that was about, because I do think it's interesting, and I do think that when I'm chill, my mental health is like, you know, good. I give pretty solid advice, I think. But right now I was like looking at a bunch of different therapy videos about therapists saying how you are not giving advice in therapy. And it's true, because when I go to therapy, I'm like, I want them to give me advice though. Like, I literally have asked therapists for advice, and they kind of just keep asking me questions, but that just kind of makes me spiral a little bit more. But I think it's just because we tend to look for answers outside of ourselves when they're inside, and they can be confusing. Like I was saying, I feel like I'm conflicted all the time and just kind of like if I think I figure something out, I contradict it like almost immediately and just get confused on like what is correct. But they say listen to your gut, listen to your intuition. If you know you should probably do something, or you should probably respond in like the certain way, that's probably, it might not fix it like immediately, but that's probably what's going to get you closer to fixing your problem. For example, like me talking about this, I feel a million times better because I'm processing out my thoughts and like just listening to myself. And yeah, dude, but this shit is hard and it's tough. I was telling my friend right now that it sucks because when you get a physical wound, you know, like you get a cut in your arm, people can see it, you can see it, and like you're wanting to treat it because you can see it, like it's a gashing cut on your arm. So it's like people take it seriously, you're gonna take it seriously because you can see it, you know. But mental health, you feel it, but no one else knows what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and it can be hard to like articulate or make people understand. And your experience is just so unique and just so like individual to yourself, I guess, that you can come off sounding crazy or just feel invalidated. Honestly, I think we've all thought crazy thoughts and felt crazy and just have felt like, I guess, like our experiences don't matter or they're not significant and stuff like that. But It really is, and you should take these things seriously and just try and get it out, you know, and do the good habits. Because like now my rational brain, I'm thinking about how much better it feels like when you write something out, when you talk something out, when you go for a run, when you like expel out the shit inside. I feel like mental illness can be kind of combated by at least trying to release it, like finding an outlet to release that. And not saying like it's gonna heal it immediately, but it's gonna, you know, finding these ways is gonna help you just regulate or like deal with it for right now, you know, because you're taking it one moment at a time. And yeah, just remembering it's a fucking marathon, not a race. But yeah, dude, my head hurts from crying and from talking so much. And yeah, but I hope you have a great day or night, whatever time it is for you. But yeah, and I hope this helped. And maybe I hope this didn't make you feel crazier, but if you feel crazy, I do too. And it's okay. And I don't know, let's just try and maneuver our way through this together. I guess just find healthy ways to deal with it for now and just progress, I guess. Because they say you're looking for progress, not perfection, so any progress is good. Okay, good night.